I want to bring back Monte MacGregor, criminal defense lawyer, and pick up the question that Adrian posed as well about the question of justice being served. Has justice been served? Of course, that will have different reactions depending on who you ask. But ultimately as well, there is a complainant here. There is a woman, EM, who feels she's been through this traumatic experience and not getting the verdict that she was going for either.
Well, Scott, I think unfortunately sex assault cases are horrific to deal with for all participants. The allegations are serious. The events for the complainant are often traumatizing, both living through the event and then having to come to court and try to survive being questioned both about your integrity and your reliability and believability. So usually an experience like this can be awful for everyone involved. However, I do believe justice has been served. Our system is the best in the world, from my view, and people envy it. And this is an example of what happens when you take mere allegations and you test them with the appropriate scrutiny that everybody in our system and our society is afforded. And this case, unlike most other cases, played out so much in the media that you were able to get a moment-by-moment clip of what was happening without actually being in the courtroom, because this experience happens across this great country every single day. And these accused had their lives put on hold and had the interactions that they had questioned by a prosecution, where their lives were set aside and their hockey careers to some degree have been put on hold amidst the sort of pith of the heart of their career. And I believe, despite the fact that many believers in the complainant and EM will question the verdict, this judgment is long enough and complex enough that you can look at all of the scrutiny and the appropriate scrutiny and the problems with the evidence that didn't support the prosecution. And that's why these gentlemen are not guilty.
And if you don't mind adding to this, because those that were out there, and as Adrian was pointing to, those that were there supporting the victim, supporting EM, standing up for survivors, they're out there with signs as well today, protesting this, showing their support as well. Many who were supporting EM were noting that the criminal justice system as a whole is on trial here. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that, frankly, because our system that has been designed since the Ghomeshi case has injected a significant number of measures and procedures to try and assist complainants to try and not have this experience as awful as it is. Now, it's going to be difficult and awful, but there is no other means and mechanism to adjudicate guilt or innocence as it relates to a sexual assault case. And often it comes down to a he said versus she said, and it requires the degree of scrutiny of the evidence. And here it was extensive, and there were significant problems with the inconsistencies, the motives to fabricate, the numerous and major shifts in the defense, the over-exaggeration of the level of intoxication of the complainant, and objective evidence that completely contradicted the narrative that she was trying to suggest. The videos afterwards, which the trial judge deemed the consent videos, as well as the videos in advance. So to me, I believe this is the best mechanism to adjudicate it. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that it's not a difficult thing to do. But it gets the result. And here, I believe, without a doubt, without any question, that the right verdict was found.
Criminal defense lawyer Monte MacGregor. Monte, appreciate your analysis, appreciate your time today for CTV News Channel. Thanks so much.